Yo, I respectfully disagree podcast. Back with another episode, man. Got Lavelle with us tonight. Got E in the building. What's going on, fellas?
Man,
I'm here, man.
hey man, first let me see your bag, man. He's got the
Yeah,
Starburst,
got the crack on deck.
jelly beans over here.
Got the crack on
What's
deck,
the
man.
favorite, man? Yeah, big back in effect.
It's Easter time. Hey,
Knew my back was hulking up for some reason.
you want some, bro?
No.
It's Easter time, bro. Starburst jelly beans is mandatory.
I can't mix the candy with the good stuff.
Okay, then there you go. There you go.
Shit, I live dangerously.
So today, whatever you want to call it, man. I think this is gonna be a dope episode because this is a current topic. Like as we speak, I saw your boy got picked up by UCLA today.
Okay.
So he got signed.
The guy from Tennessee?
Yeah, Nico.
Okay, yeah.
So the topic is gonna be centered around NIL and the transfer portal and all of that. But overall, it's like right now, Nico is pretty much the poster child or the face of, they trying to put all the blame and shit on him. When in reality, I feel like the whole system is flawed. Don't use him for trying to take advantage of the opportunity. Now, granted, in my personal opinion, I think bro is crazy as hell. I ain't gonna call him stupid, but I think he's crazy as hell for what he attempted to do. I can't wait for the details to come out about what UCLA done gave him. But y'all know California different when it comes to that NIL stuff. They got money.
Mm-hmm. That's what they live for.
So basically, just make sure you're talking to the mic.
Yeah, that's what they live for. They started that, you know what I'm saying? So him going to UCLA is cool, but like I said, this NIL is outrageous just because, you know what I'm saying, you got the guys. Basically, you're a mini NFL now because he held out of spring camp. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like your agent's telling you to hold out, bro. You still in college. I get you want your bag, but you holding out.
Think about the key word you just used, bro. You said agent. As of right now, I'm not 100% sure. Somebody fact check me when y'all listen to this, or the few people that's on the live right now. They said his pops is the one negotiating. They said his pops got something to do with that. So I don't know if all of this is even coming from him. So that's why I'm like, I want to dive into the layers of all of this, because if they don't, in my opinion, if you don't check this, it's gonna get ugly. Because now you're gonna have players, I ain't playing unless I get this, and this, and this. Now, it's rumors saying that them boys was talking about throwing the playoff game because they wanted an extra check. I guess with the NIL stuff is for 12 games.
Yeah.
And they was like, well, technically this is 13. So I want some more. And they was threatening to sit out of a playoff game. And I'm like, bro, I thought the ultimate goal in sports was a championship. So now you putting the money before winning. And that's where I have a problem. So we gonna slowly dive into it. I don't want to rush the conversation. We gonna ease and kick back into it. Before we dive into that, the current topic: Deion Sanders and Colorado announced that they getting ready to retire them boys' jerseys. And I'm sorry, people.
I disagree.
I respectfully disagree with that. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, what is sports coming to now to where we like what? Everybody just talk to me, somebody.
Yo, man, 2 years and you're already getting your jersey retired. That's absurd right there. I mean, that did change the program around. Colorado was trash for a minute, but it ain't worthy of getting your jersey retired this early. I mean,
and that's kind of where my stance is. I'm like, I get what they done for the university, really the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he brought the funk back there. I mean,
you changed it all. I understand what Travis Hunter, like Travis Hunter kind of has some leg room. He won Heisman. So if you wanted to wrap it with a pretty little bow and be like, you know, for the first, is that the first Heisman winner coming from Colorado?
Yeah.
You can wrap it in a pretty little bow and throw that out there. But
no, I think Cordell won.
Did he?
Yeah.
Stewart?
He played at Colorado. I think he won a Heisman.
So see that somebody got fact check that for me because that makes it even worse. Because it's like his jersey ain't even up.
That was like 90. We were still in fucking middle.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like,
it's still in school.
I understand the movement. I understand the culture. I understand we all want to get behind Deion and what he got going on, and I'm perfectly fine with that. That's why I was like, you know, in reality, I'm neither for or against it, but it's like, what are we doing? Like everybody complains about participation trophies and shit now. Is that not what that is in a sense?
That's exactly what that is. And to answer that question, Cordell Stewart didn't win no Heisman, so Travis is the first one to get one for Colorado.
Okay,
appreciate you looking that up.
Yeah, it's all good, but I mean, technically, that's what that is. When you get your jersey retired, that's participation to me. But you only did it 2 years now. How long was there at Jackson State? Like what? 3 years, maybe.
I think.
Yeah, because he redshirted with a couple of years, right? Yeah. Something like that. I can see them doing something for him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because you really put in the work down there. You won championships for him or whatever. Y'all even went undefeated, if I ain't mistaken. So that wouldn't be no problem.
Rashad Salam. Appreciate you, Hulk. He was the one that won it in at Colorado. He running back.
Okay.
I knew it was somebody. Yeah, somebody definitely won it in Colorado.
So yeah, that's a slap in the face to me.
Yeah.
Because how you gonna, you know what I'm saying? And I won a Heisman too. So how does their jersey get put up and not mine?
That's what I'm saying. Like y'all educate me on the people before them, but I'm just like, Travis, you can make a case.
True, because he both sides of the ball. Yeah, he definitely.
But I'm like, if y'all made it to a playoff, you know what I'm saying? You can disguise it or whatever. But I'm like, what are we doing? I don't get that move, man. Like I really don't.
I told you how I felt about that Travis Hunter winning the Heisman. I still don't think he won it. I don't think he should have won it, dude. Because like, if I told you, if you take both of those players off the team, Colorado's still gonna have a better record than Boise State.
Yeah,
I give you that. Yeah,
that's true.
I ain't taking nothing away from that, man. But as far as like what we talking about concern, do we deserve it? I think he, in a sense, yeah, because of the Heisman. Shador, fuck no. Jackson, what was it? Jackson State? Where they was? Yeah, of course, yeah. There, yeah. Because how many championship games they make it to a win while they was there?
At least 2.
I think it was like the whole time they was there.
2 or 3.
2 or 3. So
because they lost on their last year before he went to Colorado.
Yeah, there. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, there. But Colorado, hell no, man. You didn't do enough there in Colorado.
No,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I was just like, you know, and I don't want to make this a black-white issue, which of course you already know it is.
It's been
because you see the line in the sand where anything Deion Sanders does, certain demographics of people gonna complain and bitch about it anyway. And then on the flip side, we're gonna ride for it because of that. And that's why I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to pick a side. I'm just simply saying, like, from a person that loves sports, bro, growing up, when you started talking Hall of Fame, jersey retirements and shit like that, bro, you had your hard hat and your boots strapped on and you earned all of them accolades.
Yeah, for that team in general. Yeah.
So we just giving out recognition now just simply because, and I'm like, no, I don't necessarily agree with that one.
Nah.
Not at all.
I respectfully disagree. Like you said. Big facts.
Then, you know, with the draft and shit coming up, I done seen Travis in some of these interviews where he's like, don't pick me if you ain't gonna let me play both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, do y'all not understand that y'all fucking up the money before you even get it?
Right.
But I guess going now into the NIL stuff, it's like these athletes, their minds is like, shit, I don't already got the money.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure Travis is already a millionaire.
Ain't no doubt about it.
So it's like money ain't the motive anymore the way it was when we was growing up.
Yeah.
The usual story for your lottery picks and motherfuckers that you knew was guaranteed getting selected, they came from a poverty-stricken environment for the most part. I'm not saying everybody did, but I'm saying like their story was, I'm trying to get moms out the hood.
Hey, I'm gonna say this about Hunter. Like, he's a special talent, don't get me wrong. But over time, he may be a shutdown corner if he goes that route and just strictly play defense. But his first 2 or 3 years, he's gonna get cooked. Think about who he have to check. Puka. Not guarding him. Chase.
That's nasty
Jefferson.
Ooh.
Ayuk. Scary Terry and them in Washington.
Got Brown.
Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta go up.
You feel me?
You gotta go up against
Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm saying?
Tyreek Hill, Waddle. You gotta go up against these receivers possibly twice a year, if not 3 times, if you make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough ask.
Especially if, and then you trying to play both sides of the ball.
Both sides of the ball.
Yeah, that you gonna wear yourself out. That NFL energy is different from college, man.
Because you think about it,
faster, stronger.
College,
you know what I'm saying?
College, when you're a star player at a key position, you're going to be the focal point of the offense. You think that he's going to get a ball thrown to him 10 times a game in the NFL?
No.
He may see the ball maybe 3 or 4 times at best.
Yeah.
We're not talking about quarterbacks that's only looking on one side of the field. We have quarterbacks that's looking at the whole damn field.
Right.
That, like, the zones and the man coverages in the NFL is way different than college.
A whole lot different.
Way different. And then the speed is different as well, because just as fast as you run and the way you're able to cut, guess what? That DB is just as fast. It can cut just like you.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Avery on the live. Shador deserves to get his jersey retired. I need an explanation, bro. Like, you got to explain it, because the first year they started out solid, and then that's when they hit
rock bottom.
So then last year, this season rather, they had a solid season, but it's like y'all got blasted in the bowl game.
Smack.
Like,
not to mention they tricked off a couple games in the season.
So what are we basing it on is what I'm asking. Avery Ford lies for why he had one successful season. My man ain't even made it to the league yet, and he's retiring his jersey. Shout out to Hulk. Like, that's what I'm saying. And I'm like, bro, y'all look. Well, I ain't gonna say y'all. I'm not saying you. You're a Louisville fan, bro. It was just a few years ago that Lamar got his put up because he was out there with the Gucci fit on.
I kind of took offense to that y'all word though.
Well, I'm talking about the people on the line.
My bad live. Okay,
it's Louisville fans on here. I'm trying to be respectful.
Okay.
But I'm saying I vividly remember the ceremony and stuff because he came out with the Gucci fit, and they
fresh.
Retired him and put him in the ring of honor and all of that. And I'm like,
and look how long that took.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, like instantly we putting your jersey in a wrap. Like,
I wouldn't even have been mad at Louisville if they would have did it the following season or the year after that, because you got to think Lamar won the Heisman Trophy his first year starting.
Yeah.
And then runner-up, which everybody knows, I don't give a shit what nobody's saying. This is not even me being a biased Louisville fan. Baker Mayfield should have won that damn award. Lamar should have went back-to-back. He had the better stats. If we're going off of stats.
And that's what Avery's saying with Shador. Look at his stats. Led the school in all-time passing touchdowns, top 5 in passing yards, leads single-season TDs of all time.
Lead the school in sacks, too.
That's how their offense was designed.
But in defense, when you talk about that, the only great quarterback Colorado ever had was Cordell Stewart.
That's fair.
And Lamar won a bowl game. Was it the Orange Bowl?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he won a bowl game. It was a good one at that. I think it was the Orange Bowl, if I'm mistaken.
Nah,
it was something.
That was Teddy.
something.
That was Teddy.
He won something
Teddy won
good.
the orange.
It was Teddy.
Yeah.
What
We'll be
Lamar won?
Florida.
He won something.
Now they didn't play no major bowl when he was quarterback.
Damn.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because we lost to y'all that year. That's what killed it.
I thought that was the last. That was his last year.
Nah, that was his
the year
Heisman year. Because you think we lost to Clemson when
Hulk
dude
said Orange Bowl was Teddy.
because we lost to Clemson, and then we lost that trap game against Houston, and then turned around and lost to y'all when Lamar fumbled.
Okay,
That was that year.
Yeah.
And then the next year it was like, fuck it, we just out here.
Avery said he's got more yards than Cordell and touchdowns. But
Different time, different system. You have to think. Colorado passed the ball majority of the time while he was there. You know what I'm saying? Shador. You look at Colorado's tapes back then, tell him check the rushing yards.
It was balanced.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like, bro, like, please understand that I'm not throwing no shade at Shador and I'm not trying to hate on him or nothing like that. Like, not at all. I'm just saying that, like, this is very unusual. He just finished school.
Yeah.
He ain't been drafted. Like, usually when you start talking about jersey retirements and just getting that type of honor, you come back. You know what I'm saying?
If they
you don't got your feet wet in the league.
If they won like one of the major bowls this year and then would have had a winning record last year, then we can't argue and say that he don't deserve to have his jersey retired. I'll go as far as to say that.
I would accept that though.
But you went 4-8 last year.
So I'm like, nah, bro. Like, and again, we gonna circle back home because that's why I'm like, with this whole AAU, NIL transfer, like, bro, we have created such an entitled generation of athletes. Like, I'm sorry. People can be mad all they want to for me, and then I'll give y'all the floor to let y'all give y'all's thoughts on NIL as a whole. I'm not saying that these athletes don't deserve some form of compensation. I'm not saying that. But when you start talking about millions of dollars
to a teenager,
and a lot of these players, they getting upset because they're not getting a significant amount of playing time. So now I'm just going to transfer and you better have this amount of money that I was getting, if not more. Otherwise, I'm not coming. And I'm like, bro, the whole college process used to be about the experience, the development, and understanding the game at a higher level if you had thoughts of going pro.
Mm-hmm.
We creating players now that think they're already pros, and you ain't got a third of what the hell it takes to play at the next level. But because of the money in their minds, they think that they are. And that's why I'm just like, bro, we're being blinded by the money. Guess what? If the school is able to give out this type of money to these kids, I'm pretty sure they making quadruple. Yeah. So the school's still getting paid off the backs of these athletes as it is. But it's like, do y'all feel like eventually it's going to come down to contracts? Like, we're signing you for a minimum of 2 years, and in order for you to attend this university and get this amount of money, here's a 2-year or 3-year minimum.
I definitely believe that. I definitely believe that's what's going to have to happen.
Yeah, I mean,
you look at the transfer portal. The guy from Louisville transferred, went to Ole Miss. Kirk Creasel to play for us, transfer, went to Cincinnati. You can just bounce. He's gonna bounce around to 3 schools already. This is his 4th school, you know what I'm saying? So the transfer portal, to me, I feel like it should be some type of limit on there, because I'm cool with you transferring and playing immediately, but just to keep up and jumping because of the dollar sign changing, I mean, you got to put a limit on that, man. Because like the loyalty shit's out the door. Ain't no more loyalty to no universities no more.
It's gone.
It's been gone. It's all about how much can you pay me now?
Right.
What can you do for me?
And to most people, that's a great thing. It should never be looked at as a bad thing. And that's why this is maybe the the second or the third time I've had a conversation centered around NIL and stuff, my perspective is always going to be that of somebody who loves sports.
Right.
We can't sit here and bitch and complain about how the league is softer, the players is trash, or this and that. It's like, bruh, you trace that all the way back to high school. No disrespect. I'm going to always use Mikey Williams as an example. We've been following this dude since he was a fucking 7th and 8th grader.
Yeah.
He done signed a Puma deal. He's got all the endorsements. And that kid ain't played a meaningful basketball game in college yet. And he getting ready to transfer again, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's in the portal.
So this is his third school.
I seen that the other day.
And I'm like, bro, like, you done already paid him.
That's wild.
What are we doing?
That shit's
So-
wild, man.
You've been look like you've been pondering on your thoughts, E. Like,
Back what we talked about yesterday and shit, like the transfer portal, I get it. I don't know if they changed the rules or whatnot, but it should be when you commit to a college and you go there, you're eligible for 4 years. And when you get hurt, you have an emergency eligibility. Just like when you get redshirted, you still have another year of eligibility. I don't think that you should go past 5 years because of that emergency eligibility or because you're redshirted. Like you have players there that's on that them Van Wilder years. You feel me? You got a player that's been in college 9 years. What you getting your doctorate, your doctorate or something? What are we doing?
facts.
You 33, man, in college, bro.
Hey, bro.
Got a whole wife and kids.
Man, your whole
Man,
pro
everything,
career
you hear me?
gone, bro. You got 3 years in the league, man. Quit playing, bro.
Shit, I thought about going back.
You know what I'm
Shit, get
saying?
some eligibility.
Like, nah,
You
it
know
should
what
be
I mean?
it should be like the 4 years, man. Like real talk.
Shout out to my family down there in Florida. I'm glad you're on here too. And I hope you don't mind me bringing up your son. He said, bro, my boy jumped in the portal today. As a freshman, averaging 16 points per game. In the D3, in 3 hours, he got 3 coaches hitting him up. That's amazing. And I'm saying that because we're talking about a kid who averaged damn near 30 points in high school, was the second all-time leading scorer in school history. When I was growing up, if you averaged 30 motherfucking points,
You automatically.
you had offers falling at your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you got coaches like Rick Pitino and them talking about we ain't looking at freshmen no more. We looking at upperclassmen in the transfer portal. So a kid like him, he know he can hoop. He got the talent, but these coaches ain't giving him looks because of the damn transfer portal.
So it's crazy that you say that. So where was this thought process at 10, 15 years ago with these one and dones? Because most of these one and dones
True.
didn't do shit in the league.
Facts.
Man. Dig.
Facts.
So you'll let these kids come in as freshmen, don't have the development, don't have the IQ for the game, and go to the league and get destroyed. And 9 times out of 10, they spend most of their career in the G League or overseas.
Amani Bates.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden, we looking for seniors, juniors, and seniors. But you won't take a number 1 player in the country that's been looked at since his 7th grade year.
Yeah.
You won't take him, though.
No.
It's crazy. That's what I'm telling you. Like, man, fam can really hoop. Like, they came here. They have the big AAU over here at the Expo.
Yeah.
Expo. Yeah.
And, I went to go support, went to go watch. And it's like, bro, you talking about what? 6'3", 6'4", shoot his ass off, attack the basket. He's not a cocky kid. And I'm like, all the intangibles. We love talking about how we missed the old school game.
Yeah.
He can score at all 3 levels. This ain't a kid who just all I'm worried about is dunking, crossing somebody up, trying to get highlight plays. So I'm like, how the hell?
Fundamentals.
And I'm like, does that fall on the damn athletic directors on the high school level? Like, why are you not putting this kid's information out here to bring attention in? But it's like, damn, how can I, when at the collegiate level, these coaches are saying we ain't even looking at that unless you a McDonald's kid.
That, but at the same time, in today's world, You gotta have a highlight tape.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, is a flaw as well. Go ahead.
Like, you gotta have it now. Like, you have to promote self. And that's the only way that you're gonna be able to do it. Because if you're just strictly going out there balling and don't nobody got no tape or no film on you, I mean, how you gonna get looked at? It's not like how it was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? A long time ago, you got big college coaches coming to the game.
Right.
Remember that 1 year Patino was at New York when Telfair and Washington played against each other up there in New York. Mm-hmm. Like, you had stuff like that. Now pretty sure these coaches don't even go to the games like that no more.
Nah, because they all pulling up to these AAU places, and I'm like, that to me is so hit or miss, because you talking about an environment where, to me, it's pickup ball.
Yeah, it's organized street ball. That's what it is. AAU's organized street ball.
Every kid on the court has their own personal agenda. I'm trying to get looked at. So when I get the ball in my hands, my only thought process is
to score.
I gotta do something because I don't know who's watching.
Taking turns instead of
like,
thinking about
it's
winning.
Crazy, bro.
That's the dope.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you factor all of this in. 6'4", 190. He tried to get him to reclass, but he didn't want to dumb himself down and wanted to be true to the game and his skill set. Amen to that, bro. That's why I was just like,
facts. Applaud that for real.
It's a gift and a curse, bro. It's a gift and a curse, because I'm like, all these kids is thinking dollar signs.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to get the dollar signs, I got to be selfish and go out here, and it's just me versus me when I'm out on the court. So the whole team concept and winning goes out the window. That's why I'm pissed off about this whole ordeal. Again, I get it. The universities are making money. The players deserve to be paid, whatever. But now it's at the cost of the sport.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that every year since they changed the rules to the transfer portal, that the number has increased every year of the amount of kids that's leaving.
Right. Shake and bake, man.
It's crazy.
Plus, the transfer portal is wild because this shit opens during the middle of the tournament.
It was old buddy from Michigan?
Yep.
Yeah,
he put his name out there.
Like,
he's
what?
Still playing.
How, bro?
He's like, fuck this, I'm gone.
Like, the portal shouldn't open till after all activities is done. Yeah. They open that shit up right in the middle of the tournament. I'm hearing such and such transfer to her. This person going to her like, man, we still got, the Final Four tournament going on. Why is that even legal yet?
That's wild playing for 3 schools, because shit, Haley did that shit.
Yep.
LSU and TCU.
Yeah, shit, another one. Dip said it like that.
It's wild, man.
She found the loophole, and she was a how many years did she play here? 3?
I think 3.
So she played 3 years here.
Yeah.
With LSU
and then TCU. So that's 5 years right there.
And she was getting to the bag.
Yeah.
So it's like, even with that, it's like, from a woman's perspective, I almost kind of get it, because some of these women are making way more money than they will make in the WNBA.
And I applaud that.
Because Angel made like a couple million.
So
she
it's like,
did.
From that aspect of it, it's like, all right, milk this shit as much as you can, because I saw where Paige's contract was only maybe like $370, and she was a number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Huh? 370 something thousand.
Yeah, bro.
And that was a 4-year deal.
Yeah, and back then the highest contract from I was what was her name? Played for Tennessee.
Shamika?
Candace
Parker. $1 million contract.
Yeah.
That was the highest back then when she got one.
So it's like,
that's crazy.
Facts.
That's why I hope people understand that. It's like, I'm not trying to shit on the NIL, but I'm just saying, like, use it to your advantage. But now, jumping into this Nico thing, now we talking about a situation where, bro, like, what the fuck? What are we doing? You was making $2 million a year, and you gonna walk into the room and say, "Hey, coach, let me holler at you for a minute, bro. Hey, if you want me, yesterday's price ain't today's price." Like, what? And I keep reading it. I've tried to look up articles to fact check it. I have no idea if this is true or not. But the month, excuse, I don't want to talk bad about him, so forgive me.
Please
Lord.
do. Nope. Please do.
The motherfucker asked for a Bugatti.
Whoa. Really?
$4 million a year and a Bugatti.
He's smoking.
I'm like, what?
Mm.
And Tennessee called his bluff. Like, man, hey, I see you in spring practice.
Man.
And he didn't show up. So now you're setting this tone where it's like, if you don't meet my demands,
I'm gone.
Then I'm a walk.
I'm gone.
That's why I'm like, I can't wait to see what UCLA done, because I'm like, either he had to lower his price or they gave him that bag.
They definitely gave him that bag. And probably some. Like you said, though, California.
Yeah.
California got different money. So I was like, bro, like, even the high schoolers is getting money.
Say
different
this,
breed
get
out
this shit
there.
the way.
You know what I mean?
It's beige nigga activity.
He said beige nigga activity. You heard me?
If Avery's still on the live, no offense, Avery. We love you.
Because that nigga's tan khaki color. Anyway. A lot of these players don't know the difference between what you deserve and earning it.
Amen.
Because you think about it, SEC is basically the juggernaut conference in football. We all know that. And when you really think about it, Tennessee shouldn't have really never fucking made the playoffs. If you think about it. But they got in there.
Go ahead.
They got in there. But it's like, I'm looking at it like this. What year is he?
Sophomore.
Nico?
Yeah.
Sophomore.
Okay.
Yeah, because he got 2 years left.
And he's getting paid two.
Last year he got $2 million.
Yeah.
$2 million. So you got $2 million for one season. So let's just say the NIL's not there. You not seeing that type of money till you get to the league, if you make the league.
If you even make it.
Pause real quick. Hold on.
Right.
Keep your thought, because I'm glad you threw that in there, and I was waiting for you to finish, but I want to say that because you're hitting it on the head. If you make the league, I would get it if he was a superstar at Tennessee. You putting up 4,000, throwing all these stuff, but I'm like, bro, Tennessee's offense was run game.
Mm-hmm.
They put what was his name? Samson.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you solid. You managed the game. You hit a few home runs here and there, made some big plays down the field. But I'm like, in reality, bro, your job was to turn around and hand it off.
Because he was the focal point of the team, the running back.
So that's why I was like, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was like,
but yeah, if you make the league, now SEC once again. Who did they beat last year? They beat Bama.
Yeah,
they beat Bama.
Yeah, they beat Bama.
But who's the juggernaut of the SEC right now?
Georgia.
Did they beat Georgia?
No.
Now I can understand if you beat Georgia, I might throw you a couple hundred. You feel me? It ain't illegal. It ain't illegal now.
No, it ain't illegal. You're right.
Right.
Might give you 400,000. You feel me? I don't know about that damn Bugatti. You smoking dicks right now.
Bro, I swear.
Like, you tripping.
That's why I'm trying to fact check it, because I've seen like 2 articles where they was like, this man asked for a Bugatti, bro.
But back to my point though. You 12 games for $2 million. And like I said, you not gonna see that money unless you make the league, bro.
Right.
Unless you make it, man. So it's like with this NIL shit, I don't know if y'all big sports fan. The passion for the game, it's gone.
It's gone
because of the money. Now, the money aspect of it helps out families. We get that. I get that part. I'm with that.
Facts.
I'm 110% for that. But it's taking away the love of the sport, and it's draining the sport, because it's like these kids ain't going to school to play to win. They, like you said, they going for the money. So let's just say, and I don't want to jinx nobody, we knocking on the table, the wood. You get hurt, then what?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like.
I
you can't have it both ways. And I truly, honestly feel like a large portion of people, they're putting the money first. and it's bad for the game. So like you're saying, I get it, if you get hurt, you want to protect yourself, make sure you get something out of it, but it's like, at what cost?
Right.
I don't. Did y'all see? They said what Duke's roster this year was like 22 million.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
And it's like
the roster.
I ain't gonna lie though. The white boy deserved it. I'm keep it, man. White boy deserved whatever he got, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
he just that
he just wasn't
truth, bro.
he just wasn't a closer. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
I mean, it happens.
It happens. You're right.
But it's like, even with that, to me, from my perspective, you still tie it back into this NIL shit because it's like, well, we paying you the most. Here's the ball.
Yeah.
I hate how every game that they lost, they put the ball in his hand. I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, dog, the motherfucker just turned 18.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how cold you are, how cold your skill set is, you still 17, fresh 18.
Team first, man.
So the jitters and stuff like that, several of his blunders was he slipped and fell one game.
Mm-hmm.
The spin move, we waited on that when he played us.
So it's like,
we was waiting on that.
Yeah.
That in its own self, I didn't mean to spit, I'm sorry.
You good.
That in its own self is just lack of experience at that level in those moments. So to me, and this is what's missing in college, really the NBA too, that's the coach's moment to shine now. We need a bucket timeout. Here goes my genius at the X's and O's
design the play
to get a clean, good look. Even if it is for him, you put him in a position to where he ain't got to sit there and try to back down, turn around, spin in the middle of the paint, shooting a tough shot, fading for a trip to the championship game. You don't even put him in that position because y'all run a set to get him a clean, wide open look. But now that's gone because it's get a ball to your best player, everybody clear out, spread the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand it, bro. That's why I'm just like, all of it has ruined sports. Like you saying, the passion and stuff is not there from every aspect of it. The fans, the players, the coaches. But again, it's all centered around money. Yeah. He makes the most, so we're going to give him about every time. The freshman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro.
Put the game in his hands, and it shouldn't even be like that.
At all.
Motherfucker still cold, though.
He's tough.
Oh, yeah. Boy, white boy good.
Yeah,
he's tough. Boy. And he's already proven that.
I'll trust him to make a play.
Of
Not
course.
to necessarily take a shot, but just to make a play.
I think his game is going to fit the NBA perfect.
Yeah.
Because in the NBA, he's going to have the space. He's going to have the freedom.
Because that's what the NBA is about now, spacing.
But it's like, you playing Houston. They MO is tough defense. I'm getting in your jersey and make it hard.
Up in your chest, yeah.
So you put that man in a position to fail, in my opinion, after y'all done squandered the damn lead. Yeah. So all of that
over 14, right?
Bruh. That in its own self comes down to coach. Bro, how you go almost 10 minutes with one basket? Damn. Literally, like that's coaching. And guess what? Your Nick Sabans, all of them, they dip. They said, man, we ain't dealing with none of this NIL stuff. So that aspect of it is completely finna be gone.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep it real, though, why Nick Saban left, though.
Talk to me.
Yeah, so he left because them players wasn't coming to Alabama like that no more.
That too.
It started to spread. I can even throw y'all team in there. Them players ain't coming to those schools no more.
He ain't lying, man.
Think about it, bro. Like you seen this when Alabama won their last championship, and then you see Georgia coming, Clemson still there. You seen the shift. These players ain't going to these juggernaut schools no more because they seeing these new schools coming. When Georgia won, they went back to back. I think they went back to back.
I don't know.
Damn, man, I wish Jay was here. Nah, fuck Jay. Love you though, but I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear that shit. But if they want somebody fact check me on that. But if they won back to back, it's like the Alabamas up. Look at Clemson, how dominant they was.
Yeah,
they talking about getting rid of Dabo.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I agree and slightly disagree a little bit. my personal opinion, I feel like Saban is an old school coach, and he didn't want to deal with that foolishness that's gonna come with giving all these motherfuckers this type of money.
Right.
Because now, if you look, you see more players getting in situations where they drag racing and shit, all these chargers and shit up and down the road. Craziness. Rest in peace to the young man in LSU.
LSU, yeah.
Lacey.
Yeah.
He was dealing with a shit. I don't know if some of that played a part in with the little hit and run and all that stuff, but it's like, think about what we would have done at 18 years old if somebody even handed us 500,000. Throw $1 million out the door. Just give us 500,000 at 18 years old.
You want me to keep it a buck with you?
Keep it all the way 100.
If somebody handed me, and this is my right-handed guy, if somebody handed me $500,000 as a high school athlete, first thing I'm doing is buying moms and pops a house.
Facts.
That's the first thing I'm doing.
But I'm gonna salute to you.
Here's why I say this. This is why I say this. Because let's say I'm top 5 in the country.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But number 1 in my position. But it's not 5 in the country.
Yeah. Overall.
I'm going to Kentucky.
Okay.
Guess where that leads me to? NBA.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
That little $200,000-$300,000 I spend on moms and shit, moms and pops. I'm getting that back 10 times fold.
Yeah.
So it's like I have to worry about and take care of what got me here first.
That's fair.
Then I worry about self. I ain't worried. See, you've been knowing me 10 years anyway. How I am now, that's how I was when I was a teenager. Bro, I've never been flashy.
Well,
and I can't, but because I know what you're gonna say. You have a lot of these kids that came from nothing. I was blessed. I'm not gonna say that we had it all, but I was blessed to have parents
with principles and values.
Yeah, to actually do this and
you
that
appreciate
for me. Yeah,
good morals.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like
it.
Stuff like that then and now, it don't impress me at all. So I don't need to be flashy. But to answer your question, like I said, 500, that's going straight to mom's pops.
Well, I don't mean to make this a laughing moment, people. Me at 18, I didn't have a car. I didn't even have a cell phone at the time.
Right.
So when I got my first residual check, it was only maybe like 3,000 or 4,000.
How many Jordans you buy?
Look, listen to me. Soon as that check cashed, because first of all, I had to sign it, take it to the bank, had to wait 2 or 3 days for it to clear. Once I checked that account and that motherfucker cleared, I went straight to Fayette Mall. G-Unit was popping. Then I went and bought me a G-Unit coat with the fur hood. Like, I went and bought all kind of shoes.
They had goat.
I swear.
It's 50.
Goat fur on the neck.
I swear.
They say it's
Goat
50.
fur on the neck.
So I'm saying to you, bro, I had never seen that type of money at one time.
I don't think nobody really has, but you know what I'm saying? This is just me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like my right-handed guy. I'm taking 250 to 3 to get the house. I still got 250 to 300,000.
$250,000 left.
I don't need the flashy car. That's coming.
You would have heard me skirting all the way down Nicholasville Road.
Bro, I get that, man. That's coming, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. At 18 years old, it's like, even now, I've said it on this podcast, bro. I was like, my thought process wasn't even on, man, I just came into $3,000-$4,000. Boom, boom, boom. Here goes something to throw back at moms.
Right.
Knowing how we grew up and what we was dealing with, it never did even cross my mind. And if it makes me selfish, you know what I'm saying? That's something that I got to answer for, you know, when my day comes. But it's like, I'm being honest when I say the thought never crossed my mind. So it's like, you fast forward and somebody give me a $500,000 before that light bulb even go off, say, hey, bro, be responsible.
First thing you thinking about is, what can I buy self? What can I do? You thinking about all these trips. You thinking about all these clothes. You thinking about all these shoes. hey, damn, it was a fucking watch or that because I just seen last week I wouldn't mind having. Then you think about this shit. This is the unhumbleness, even if that might not be a word, but now you got this $500,000. You thinking about which fucking female you gonna impress with this shit.
I can't wait to go to the first party.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So that's what I'm telling you, bro. It's like now fast forward, and now we back in real life. If anybody was watching that March Madness, and if you watch any football game this season, how many players did you see sitting on the sideline, diamonds fucking dancing?
Yeah.
Even Cooper sitting over had a nice little piece.
Yeah.
Bling bling.
You see how Shador was coming, but you know,
so that's what I'm saying.
Pops already got the money though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like going back to what we was talking about in terms of Nick Saban. I'm like, bro, these players was already getting money before all of this, and you already knew these motherfuckers was having cars and all kinds of shit. But as a coach, it's like now, not only do I have to focus about the shit on the field, now I got to keep everybody in check off the field. Think about all them acts. Even your boy for us, Philly Carter.
Jalen, that damn, yeah.
I'm like, bro, like now these are real life issues that come with the money now. It's no longer just strictly about the sports. You handing 19 and 20-year-olds 7 figures, 6 figures.
It's a job now.
And now you got to tell these motherfuckers, be smart. Don't go out drinking and driving. Don't go out here in your Hellcat doing donuts after you leave the club. So now as a coach, bro, I got to stay up all night.
Phone, you got to babysit.
Phone always on just in case I got to go pick up one of my damn players for doing something crazy. Think about Florida. This is before NIL. Cam Newton, them. Like, what would have happened if you gave Hernandez and them millions of dollars during that time period?
Shit, Hernandez probably would have. You know what? I ain't gonna say it.
He would have had all kind of bricks flooding through Florida. Real talk.
I ain't even gonna say bricks. They said he killed 2 when he was in Florida. It probably would have been about 10.
He like, dog, he would have been El Chapo for real. Like, I'm serious. I know it sounds crazy. I'm being humorous in a sense, but I'm like, we know the college atmosphere without the money is fun. Girls, just drinking, doing like, this is your first time out the house away from mom and pop. So now I get to go show my ass.
Shit.
And I'm a D1 athlete.
Give me $2 million, send me to Idaho. Ain't shit going on up there.
Man, Wyoming, man.
About nothing.
It killed the
Buffalo
game
farm,
now.
man.
Right.
It's a job, not a fun game. That's what I'm saying, bro.
It's definitely a job now because, I mean, 7 figures and 17, 18, man. Like you said, ain't nothing wrong taking care of moms and pops, but now with this world we got, social media, like you said, the flashy jewelry, the cars, and then, of course, the females going to be coming along with
Take this in consideration about the times, too. Our time is different than now. You know what I'm saying? It's like way different. Like you gotta have that shit to be a known person, relevant. Yeah. So it's like so it's like your image you have to maintain. Yeah, with that, and your character's dead. Us back then, it was more about character. I fuck with you because of who you are.
Exactly.
I don't care about whatever image it is you're trying to maintain because I really know who you are. Like, come on, bro.
Exactly. No, I agree. Shout out to Sneed. It's hard because some of these kids come from nothing. It's hard if they don't have that parental figure telling them to calm down. Like I agree wholeheartedly.
That plays a part too, man. Your upbringing, bro. Like if you was raised right, now you're gonna do right. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I use what I said, like honest God truth. Like if I had 500, my mom and pops is out the hood.
And that's why I'm telling, like, bro, like,
I ain't even know you did.
Like, it didn't even click. Yeah. Listen to me. I got that money, I want to say maybe mid-September, first semester. By Thanksgiving, that shit was gone. Yeah. Nobody was there to tell me, save it. You gonna need it for a rainy day. It was a lot of nights, man. I done went to bed hungry than a motherfucker. And I had 4 stacks that I could have used wisely and spread it out throughout the semester.
this is like once again, this is why I say what I say. I wish my sister was on here because how we were raised and how I know my father is. Because they done so much, and rest in peace, my pops. But they done so much for us, made sure we were straight. Like I said, 5, right? Here you go. You know what he told me? He would have told me, you take this and you do what you need to do with that money. Say less.
That's dope. That's dope.
I'm entrusting you with that because you earned that. But do what you want to do with that money. Hell, because I'm stemming this off of like when I got my first job, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I helped around the house, you know, little knickknacks, little toilet paper, yada, yada. Never got asked to pay a bill. But just because, like, this is something that I worked hard for and I earned, and I know what they did for me, my sister, and my brother, here you go. This is from me to you. But I just know my pops. Nah, that's yours. You earned that. You know what to do with it.
Salute, bro. Because I was like, even then, my first gig, my first job was working at the local grocery store. That was my senior year of high school. Man, I wasn't making them, but maybe about $6 an hour or some type of shit. We got paid every Friday. My check was maybe like $100-something. As soon as I got paid, bro, we went Reebok Classics, 2 for what was it? 2 for
two for like 89 or something.
Yeah, that wasn't my thing.
But did you get the clear bottoms though?
Nah, I wasn't on them. I was not on them.
What about the peanut butter?
Nope. The all white joint. I told you, like my go-to was the all whites, and I would just always flip the laces. Whatever color outfit I had on, I just flip the laces. But I'm saying, like, I was buying T-Mac. Like every week I bought a pair of shoes, bro. Like it was no thought process to say, hey, bro, stack your checks, stack your money. Even if I didn't have enough to go get a car, the thought process was eventually one day I'm gonna save enough to get it.
Mm-hmm.
You just heard me say I went to UK, did not have a car.
Right.
The thought of me saving to get a car never crossed my mind, but I had every motherfucking Jordan that came out. So a lot of these memes and stuff that people talk about and share, oh, he walking, he at the bus stop, he at this, like, bro, that was literally me. My mind wasn't even on. Hey, if I don't get these retros this week, save up. Eventually, I can go get me a little $1,000 or something. It may not keep me running.
As long as it gets you to point A to point B.
But it was just like, my thought process was, man, that should have come eventually, man. These motherfucking J's, I got to get them. Literally, that was my thought process.
I can definitely agree to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my first job when I was 15 at Wendy's. So I was definitely making that minimum wage, $5.15. So
that's what it was, $5.15.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I was like you know what I'm saying? Catching the bus until, like you said, Brian George. And I was like, man, fuck this. I need a whip. So I had to give me a car because I got tired of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you want the hottest kicks, be fresh, but then you definitely got to come to a realization like, do I want to keep paying Tark? I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, get around on my own. Paying people to take you places, that shit gets old.
Yeah.
It definitely does. And plus, I'm the type, I don't like waiting on them for real.
Yeah.
That's me.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's me.
If I say I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to do this. I don't want to procrastinate with the shit. I want to go and get it done. So with that being said, that's where I had to come, speaking for me, I had to be wise enough. I'm like, okay, let me get this whip. Then I can come back to the Jordans. Because see, when I was growing up, Jordans wasn't hard to get. The motherfuckers are set on the shelf at least a week, and I can still go in there and get my size.
And they wouldn't sell out.
Yeah, not at all. You know what I'm saying?
From the sticks. The closest mall to me was an hour away. So oftentimes we had to do the East Bay.
Yeah, I definitely did East Bay.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm saying. It's like even the opportunities for y'all to work in the fast food, and like we didn't have that. Only thing we had was a little mom and pop's grocery store, or you try to get on at a little gas station or something like that. So me personally, I'm like, if you get a car, you ain't gonna have enough money for no insurance. You ain't gonna have enough money for that. And I know financially, my mother wasn't in no position to make up for what I couldn't do.
Right.
So the thought of me trying to stack bread to get a car, I'm like, man, I ain't even finna put myself in this position. So fuck it. Finna get these motherfucking 13s and the last shots and all that. Like I had it all. But that ain't what the conversation is about. You just said what your pops would have said to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go back to the Nico thing, because if it is true that his pops is the one trying to negotiate and do this and do
Coordinate
that.
shit, yeah.
Does it fall back on his dad for being fucking greedy?
Hell yeah,
Like you
does.
teaching your son
The wrong thing
to mess
already.
up a opportunity of a lifetime behind some money?
When he can just appreciate the $2 million that he already got. Because I mean, this is $2 million you ain't even seen, bro.
Facts.
Bruh,
You coming straight out of school and you getting $2
12
million.
games for $2 million. I ain't saying shit.
Bro, you ain't gonna, or I'm not gonna even argue with what you need me to do, coach. Hand him the ball, throw this yard, throw this hurt. I got you.
I'm gonna do enough for NFL scouts to scout me. But I know who the star is on the team.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. He was a 5-star
Guess
QB
what?
anyway.
Guess what?
Yeah.
He helps me.
You make me look good. Yeah.
Right. So now you done set the program back for your own personal, and that's why I've been seeing a lot of things in the conversations on ESPN, and they're like, don't fault the kid. He's still a kid. Don't try to make him out to be a greedy person. And I'm like, that very well could be true, but it's like, yo, Pops is standing right behind you. Gaslighting you, bro. Like,
yeah, he's in on it.
Once again,
What?
we knew these players know right and wrong. 12 games, $2 million for the year. I'm not saying shit. Nobody's negotiating nothing for me. And like I said before, you might not even see that money because of this NIL deal.
here's the kicker, though, because I read the fine print. I still got the article pulled up here. Based on the deal that he signed, in the end, he would have got a guaranteed $8 million.
Yeah, I just read that. In the end, he was gonna get a guaranteed $8 million for 4 years at that.
What I saw said 3.
Yeah, I just looked. They said for 4 years, but I just, I just read.
Okay. Either or.
Either or, right?
$8 million is on the table, bro. Before you even go pro.
Before you even go pro, you already got 8 in the bag.
Think about this, bro. Just think about this. Think about this for a second. Eli got $69 million for being the number 1 pick.
Mm-hmm.
I think. You play your 3, let's say you play 3 solid years at Tennessee and you go to the league. You're a top 5 pick, bro. That's guaranteeing you $60 million.
Easily.
That's not including your incentives.
Off the rip. Look, that don't include the incentives outside of Knoxville, bro.
And your endorsements, bro.
All that shit would have came.
So once again, you pay me $2 million per year at a college, bro. I'm not saying a damn thing.
What is there to say?
Shut your ass the fuck up.
What is there to say?
That's why that's why I was just like, for the people that are strong advocates for, I think everybody should be paid. Now look at what this has become. And that's what I was trying to say in the beginning. If you go back, I promise you, I'm a reshare the old conversations that I had regarding the NIL. And I was like, bro, it's going to mess up the sport. It's going to mess up the game. I was like, bro, really, really think about this. And it's no shade and no disrespect. I honestly feel like Zion fooled everybody. That kid has not, I ain't gonna call him a kid no more because he's a damn man. That man has not given anybody any ounce or glimpse of him saying that I really want to play ball. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to play ball. He's doing just enough to where they won't cut my ass.
Yeah, basically kick him out the league in general.
Can we be fair on this though?
Talk to me.
Could we say that if he wasn't playing for New Orleans?
No.
I give you that just a little bit. They are trash.
Go ahead. So you saying he was set up?
Do we put the blame on the organization as well?
I mean, but
let's just keep it 100, man. I think if he played, who they was number 1, right? Who was 2 in the draft? Because I know they was.
Ja?
I know, but it was Memphis, right?
Yeah,
Memphis. I know they was talking about he may have fell somewhere else or some shit like that too. But like, a bigger market. You think he played like that if he was in New York?
No, I don't think so.
But that's the part that I'm trying to put a spotlight on. I get what you're trying to say, and the only reason why I'm pushing back just a little bit, Anthony Davis was the number 1 pick and went to New Orleans. Anthony Davis was an all-star. He thrived. Me, personally, this is just my opinion, my perspective. Zion does not have the love for the game.
He was worrying about the next voodoo burger, you know what I'm saying? He was worrying about some food, you know what I mean?
That's the part that I'm trying to highlight. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, I need a bowl of that gumbo too.
Bruh, when you start talking about people who truly want to hoop, you don't give a fuck about the money. You don't care about the fame. You just want to hoop. The first person that's coming to my mind right now, Kevin Durant. He don't care about none of that. Just roll the ball out. Let's go hoop.
He wants to play ball.
So I'm saying to you, going back to the Zion thing, you talking about an 18-year-old kid who's a freak athlete. Set the record at Duke University for the highest vertical. This kid is all over the top of the backboard. He's doing all this stuff. And then you get to the league, and then your whole physique just changed. There ain't no muscle tone, no definition, no nothing. You just start changing.
Gumbo and crawfish.
So it's like,
voodoo
fuck
burgers,
the basketball, bro. You don't even care about your physique. Your attributes, your skill set, that what put you in this position. You can't put that on the team, in my opinion.
Right.
You let your body go. Physically, he can still jump out the gym, even with the now. Granted, he done lost weight. Now I see Melanie on here. I apologize.
He done trimmed a little bit.
He done took the weight off now, but the physical attributes and stuff was gonna always be there because he was a leaper.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, you're supposed to be in peak shape, top performance. If you was a true athlete, you're not gonna do anything to jeopardize your body. That's somebody that don't care. I'm gonna go sit down and eat all the shit that I want to eat, do what I want to do, don't take the game serious. But going back to NIL, he done already got paid. They paid him all the money already. Jordan gave him the shoe deal already.
Definitely
There's
did.
no reason to stay in shape.
Yeah.
That's why I just feel like, bro, like this whole money aspect of it all has killed sports, bro. It's killed it.
It's guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And to answer that, Georgia 21 and 22. That was the back-to-back.
Okay. Georgia did go back to back.
Yeah.
Shout out to Melanie. She's a diehard Duke fan, diehard Zion. He loves the game. Every game he plays, it's 20 points easy. He should have 40 easy. Imagine if he took it serious. To me, he's supposed to be the focal point of that team, bro.
Right. He should be like a Charles Barkley type player.
He said 40?
They can't nobody stop him around that rim, bro. His second jump, he's getting off the ground before anybody else go up to get a rebound.
He got springs in them calves.
No, I mean, I get that, but 40 though.
He can get a 40, man.
Bruh,
I'm saying about 28.
Listen to me.
But 28.
Everybody's saying he's out of shape, and he was giving people 30 pieces.
He was giving them business now, but
so
without no consistent jumper though, bro. 40.
Bro, he's doing that now without. What's his career high?
Shit, I don't know. I don't follow him.
Bro, listen to. I be watching that when Zion really wants to play. Can't nobody stop him. I've seen him.
If New Orleans do what they've been doing with him, let him play point. Yeah.
Maybe he needs help. Help in what aspect? Because I'm like, bro, you had Brandon Ingram, you bought in CJ McCullough.
43.
43.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I've seen Zion get 30 in his sleep, bro.
He can definitely get it.
Zion might. Okay, so CJ, he's soft batch cookie. X him out. Brandon, he just won't shoot the ball.
Ingram, yeah.
So with a talent like Zion, because we know what he's capable of doing, he need efficient role players around him. Maybe one more star that can get you 20 consistently, but he need like a couple players on there that's gonna get you those garbage buckets. That's gonna give you those quiet buckets.
I know you said you really don't watch him for real. Think about this lineup. Valanciunas at the 5.
This is New Orleans, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Zion at the 4. Ingram at the 3. I want to say Trey Murphy was at the 4. The 2.
Ain't that Deontay dude there? Devontae Murray?
He was.
Murray.
Okay.
He got traded.
He was.
I think he's in Atlanta now.
No, he
got
done
traded
moved
from
again.
Atlanta to New Orleans.
But he remember he tore his Achilles. He got hurt this year.
Okay.
And then they made a move to bring in CJ. New Orleans was not a bad team, bro.
They wasn't.
That's why I'm saying, had he approached the game like a typical hungry, fresh rookie coming into the league, you trying to earn and make a name for yourself, you're talking about a whole different dynamic. That's what everybody expected when Zion came to the league. I'm not picking on him, but I'm using him as an example as to why I feel that he had no desire to pursue a lengthy career is because, bro, he done already made over 100 million.
Yeah.
They gave him the money already.
Yeah.
Definitely did.
You're gonna see more and more of this. Like, people are like, shit, I done already got the money. John Wall, I'll quit picking on Zion. John Wall, to me, bro, like,
everybody ain't humble like old LeBron James. Man, he got that 90 million, and the rest is history. We see what happened with that shit, man.
Bring your name up.
Oh yeah, I'm firing the nutritionists and the trainers. That like you
because he was
as part of the organization, right?
So,
That's what I'm saying.
Voodoo burgers, man.
I'm
telling you, man. This is real. Man, he blew up, man.
He blew all the way up.
He blew up, bro.
He made on Bourbon Street.
I mean, you got to think we talking about a guy that was leaping out the gym at Duke, like you said. The nigga busted his shoe. You know what I'm saying? He busted his shoe at Duke, bro. And now you get to New Orleans, and it's like you said, a bowl of gumbo, voodoo burgers. You know what I'm saying? Only fan models, all of them. They all come around. That money brought it.
Stupid.
The leader, why don't you won't play with my frog?
Because your frog ain't jumping in my direction.
There's a dude. I don't know that. That's class act right there.
Oh man! Swear, dog.
Me parking lot.
Watch it tonight, man. Demita had Tito's too, boy.
She was sticking them on.
Yeah, she was.
Good
I didn't
God
even know that was
Almighty.
the same chick that was on Boys in the
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ricky's
chick.
Look,
She just didn't have the. You feel me?
She ain't have it what we saw in Class A. Yeah.
I think I heard my family come in, so I can't participate in this conversation. Leave my guy alone. I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm just saying, like, I did not mean to pick on him, but I'm just saying in terms of the NIL, and you look at these draft classes now. I saw your boy, is it Knuppel? How you say his name?
Knuppel.
He put his name in the draft. And I'm like, the draft gets weaker and weaker and weaker by the year, bro. Like, there are no more household. Once you get past Cooper Flag,
and then Broom from Auburn.
Who's the kid from
about 40 years old?
Yeah.
Damn, not Maryland. It's another dude. They saying he the number 2 pick. Rutgers. What was his name? He's a beast. I can't think of his name. They saying he the number 2 pick. But regardless.
Damn, really?
Nah, he's cold, bro. But like I said, they just wasn't winning games.
Yeah.
What is it? Derek Queen? Is it?
He from Maryland.
Yeah, he went to Maryland. Yeah.
But I'm saying, but think about what we doing. Like, if somebody gave you a piece of paper and a pencil and said, write down 10 college athletes.
I can't.
And that's why I'm like, bro, like,
I can't.
My childhood was Allen Iverson, Marcus Camby, Stephon Marbury, Kerry Kittles.
Ain't gonna never be another class.
You
like
couldn't wait to wake up on a Saturday and sit down and watch the college.
Yeah, that night, boy.
Yeah,
John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, like, bro, like, you don't have that anymore. Sosa.
That's to my point. What I said earlier, because back then you have these talented 5-star, 4-star recruits going across the country instead of. This is the difference between I want to compete, I love the game, to I just want to come here so I can make the league and make the league and get this money.
Yep.
That's the difference. Because back then, look, you just said this shit. Ibo at Georgetown, can be at UMass. Look at that UConn team with Ray Allen them. Y'all had 2 starting 5s on y'all team. Yep. Louisville was good.
Oh my God.
Tim Duncan was at Wake Forest with Childress.
Yep.
So, come on, bro. I mean, y'all still won the national championship.
No, we didn't.
In '96, yes, y'all did.
Oh, okay. I thought you. Okay, I gotta say,
man. I'm talking about with Tony Delk them when y'all had the Levi jeans. Okay. When y'all had the Levi jeans on the cons.
Yeah.
That Kentucky team.
You think about the Towns? Is that what you?
I thought he talking about that.
I ain't talking about when y'all lost to Arizona when DA got hurt.
No, we not talking about that. I thought you talking about like.
I ain't talking.
You said 2 starting 5s where we had the platoon.
I don't think man, look, I still
that should have been 40-0.
I still to this day, because you said coaching earlier, there ain't no X's and O's coaches in any sport right now. If you want to be 100 outside of maybe football with a couple teams, but you put Tyler Ulis in that starting lineup, Kentucky goes 40-0.
I'm saying Booker too. Hell,
exactly, because oh my
God,
them
twins should have been in that.
They should have been sitting down. You heard me? They shouldn't have. When we was up, he had Booker, Ulis, Towns, Cauley Stein, and I forgot who. Lyles. They was in the game. Them 5 was in the game. We was up. They turned around TV timeout. When that TV timeout came back, guess who got back in that game? Those motherfucking twins.
I tell you where else he effed up too. Dakari.
Slow-mo?
They kept getting his ass up top in them pick and rolls, and he kept switching everything. I'm like, bruh.
He's getting burnt every time.
Like, and that's why I tell people, and I don't even mean to go down this rabbit hole, and I apologize. But I'm like, I'm sitting here watching Kentucky all this time. And I'm like, bruh, am I literally the only person that sees that this motherfucker ain't making no adjustments? He ain't making the right substitutions in key crucial moments. He's not running no plays. He's not putting people in position to win. Everybody called me crazy. Oh, you an old flip-flopping fan. You don't know, like, if you're a real blue, then you gonna ride with it. I'm like, bro,
you gotta call it for what it is.
When I saw West Virginia pull out a 1-3-1 and they got DeMarcus Cousins on the back with fucking Missoula and John Wall and them out here launching threes, when even in their professional career, they never developed a shot, him or Bledsoe.
No. And
I'm like, at no point in time did you tell the best penetrating guards in the country to penetrate and throw a lob up. Yeah. You had Cousins and Orton.
Mm-hmm. Who else was that? Darnell Dotson was out there jacking up shots too.
Come on, bro. I was like, nah, that was his first year. When I saw that, his first year, and then the year we lost with Julius Randle, Louisville smacked the shit out of UConn by 30 the whole season.
Beat them 3 times that year.
And I'm like, you ain't gonna go and look at none of that film to see what they done?
He didn't.
And you going under all the screens on Boatwright and Napier?
Napier cooked them.
You going under the screen.
Because that's what Cal does.
That's why I was like, nah, nope.
These players first, bro.
That's why I'm like,
players first.
People look at the game different. And that's why when I get into these debates and talk to people, I'm gauging your conversation. And that's what's going to tell me everything I need to know about how you view and consume sports. Because I'm like, bro, I'm looking at it to see the adjustments. Who's effing up and why they effing up. Not just looking at the scoreboard and the box score.
Right.
But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I still feel like it all ties back into the money aspect of it. And then after this, we done. Dope ass conversation. I love everybody that's been watching.
Just to say something too, I just pulled this up about these schools with this NIL, and they got a list right now so far. So right now they saying BYU's giving what's his name? AJ the basketball player, the number 1 overall for the basketball, going to BYU, AJ, he's getting $7 million already. So they got Michigan so far NIL money is at 8.8, Kentucky 7.6, Maryland 7.1, Miami 7.1, Iowa 6.6, Virginia 6.2, Washington 5.9, Creighton 5.6, Georgetown 5.5, and Xavier 5.5 in NIL money right now.
So let me
and that's on incoming people.
So let me ask you this: out of all those teams that you just named, who
won.
got a legitimate shot at winning the national championship next year?
Out of all them teams I just named,
Yep.
Honestly, I don't even see us having a legitimate shot.
Because you saw Owe put his name. He said that he gonna test the waters.
He's testing the waters and keeping his eligibility. But you know what I'm saying?
So this goes back to what you said. They're chasing the bag. They don't have no passion to play the game no more. It's dead. It's gone.
I'm going to the highest bidder.
Yep.
Facts.
And the goal is in their minds. I already know I'm going to the league.
It's like I said, I get it because it helps out the family. But, bro, you have that waiting on you in the league 10 times more than what these people going to give you.
What's your boy? He stayed with Cal this year. God, his pops went to Memphis.
Wagner.
Think about Wagner. When he first came, he got all the praise. He was
got the hype, all that,
everything.
The Nike commercials, all that shit,
And then was dude.
His freshman year, he looked like a freshman.
Yeah,
definitely.
So I'm glad that he came back. If you look at Arkansas as the year progressed, he improved tremendously.
Yeah.
If you ask me,
he started getting better defensively and all that. Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what he's gonna do because I honestly feel like he would benefit from a third year.
He need to come back.
Yeah.
He definitely.
So
need
it's
to come
like
back.
that to me is what's missing with today's game. The development. You mentioned Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan stayed all 4
years.
Fundamental, baby. Big fun.
Allen Iverson played 2.
You have like different players to where if you see them play freshman year, you're like, that nigga's gonna be cold. Durant.
Yeah.
For instance. KD didn't need to come back another year.
Melo.
Beasley was one. I just think Beasley might have just been in the wrong situation.
Michael Beasley.
Yeah. Beasley was a
tough.
monster at
Kansas State.
Kansas.
Yeah, he was killing.
Then when you think about this, the 5'5".
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They could have left. I don't even understand how the hell
timeout.
Jackson was the one that didn't get drafted. Everybody else got drafted though.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild right there.
It's crazy. I don't get
But you can definitely look, you can tell by their freshman year who's already ready.
Who got it and who
give you a
don't.
prime example. We're gonna go college football. I knew Andrew Luck when it was NFL ready his freshman year. When they really started showcasing him his sophomore year, it was like, yeah, dude's number 1 pick. Nobody's going number 1 outside of him. You can just look, if you like digest and study the game, you can look and tell who's
naturally talented.
Yeah, who got the natural ability to play at the next level.
And that's why I said to you, we all know it's universal across the board. Cooper Flag going number 1, and then nobody even knew who the number 2 candidate was.
I don't even know who the top 5 is, man.
Like I said, look up, dude. I think it's
3 motherfuckers from.
You feel me?
You just understand.
Like when college was like what it was for the NIL, you could tell who the fuck was gonna do what and get an idea of where somebody gonna go.
It's
not like it no more.
Flag, 3 motherfuckers back to back from Slovakia, and then a dirty Frenchman.
Yeah.
Then maybe somebody from China.
You might get Walter Clayton in the top 14, maybe. You know
then them players is gonna be your first 5 picks in the second round.
And then by the end of next year, we'll be talking about how the game used to be so dope in the 90s and this. And I'm like, bro, that shit traces all the way back to high school and how we are now in this highlight culture.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is about who I can dunk on, who I can cross up. It's not about
that bullshit.
Who I went out here and I gave your ass 40 like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was like, bro,
embarrass your team.
We need to do a podcast. We're going to get ready to wrap it up so it ain't too long. We need to do a podcast about the top 10 most hyped athletes that didn't pan out.
Kwame Brown.
I'm talking about, let me preface this.
Is this across the board?
This is the social media era.
Oh, okay.
Let me put that in there.
Okay.
Kwame Brown still played, 12,
Yeah,
13
but
years?
still had
he
a
made
team.
that bag,
So you
though.
can't say he was a bust.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to give Kwame his flowers.
He just shouldn't have been first.
But it's like the first thought that come to my mind, and
too much too.
you can push the button.
Which one is it?
The blue one right here. You can push the button. Hear me out. Austin Rivers had the biggest hype behind his name.
I'm not, yeah.
I remember there was a bidding war for Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is a solid career.
He was in our
because
he was in the class with Julius Randle and the twins.
But it was like Andrew Wiggins is finna be the next the next that,
next LeBron. I kept comparing him like that.
Like Wiggins have been in the league. It's been down there 10 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Rivers is already out the league.
He's on TV commentating now.
I'm gonna say this though. Just hear me out. I don't even think Rivers had a cold 1 year at Duke. I'll take Kyrie's 11 games over Austin Rivers.
But that's why I'm trying to say, if you go back and look at the hype, and you may not have kept up with it, the hype from Rivers in high school.
I seen the tapes. Yeah,
he was the number one player in high school. Cold, like you would have thought, like, damn, he's finna be something. John Wall, I mentioned his name earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The hype around John Wall, bro, like that's why. Please get his autograph. I got the autograph John Wall sitting over on the wall right now. And I'm like, bro, it ain't worth nothing but probably 3 rolls of quarters or something, man. Like, seriously. You would think that, like, bro, this is going to be a household name. His career's already gone.
So when you say, like, highlight social media, like, how far are we going back? Because I got a lot of football players.
You can football, whatever.
We talking about Jamarcus Russell, Sam Bradford.
You can do all of it, whatever you want to do. But I'm just looking at it like in terms of how social media and all of this stuff has ruined sports.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like what's the last social media prospect that actually panned out to be what everybody projected and put up on them?
That's a good question.
I'm like, bro,
Flag.
That's what I'm saying, and that's now.
Yeah.
But before Flag, you probably can't even
name one.
You can't.
But if you get on YouTube, you'll see millions and millions of videos. Oh man, he's cold. This kid dunked and put the ball between. I don't even know where them kids are now. You looked at all them highlights of kids in AAU doing all these crazy dunks in the game. I have no idea where they are.
Need to do a where are they now?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's a topic. Where are they now? That's the title. Where are they now?
Yeah, we can look them up and do where are they now, because you're right. Where are they? Real talk.
Because
they ain't in the league.
If you had somebody really teaching them the game and how to play, then you might have somebody that can go up against Joker and Luka and Giannis and them for these the best player in the league. The top 5 players in the league right now are not American.
Facts.
And don't nobody have an issue with that. I'm like, bro, we teaching these kids to go get the bag. That's the only thing that's important. Go get the bag.
You say Joker, Shea, Giannis,
Luka.
I mean, shit. That ain't
finna be Wemby.
I mean, that's pretty much like in all sports though, because they teach the fundamentals. Think about this. Look at soccer.
Yeah.
Hockey. Mm-hmm. Hell, your unified world heavyweight titles is by a guy that's Ukrainian.
Mm-hmm. They won't anymore.
Stuff like that, bro. Like the only thing that we real deal got is just American football.
It's crazy. And that's where we're gonna leave it.
And I'm gonna say this before we get off. I seen a highlight. They better get on their shit. You know, Japan has football now. American football.
Same rules.
I didn't know that.
You know they way more advanced than we are.
I didn't know that.
Ooh.
I watched the game, bro. Best fucking football game I've ever seen in my life, bro. Chan running down the, you feel me?
I'm gonna have to check it out,
bro.
I didn't know that.
And then they got the Olympics, like the I think it was like the 21U USA went. Japan destroyed them.
Oh wow. Like I said, I like in closing, shout out to everybody that's been watching and listening, man. That's just my perspective. That's just my thought process. I honestly feel like all of this centers around the money, the social media aspect, the whole look at me, flashy highlights. Like we'll trade a long career for 15 minutes of fame. And it ain't even got to be sports, just life in general. We'll give up the big payday at the end of the rainbow just so we can get this small pot of gold right here in the front.
Yeah, a little change, man.
And that's why I'm just like, if you are talented and you love and appreciate the game, the money gonna come.
Yeah.
I always said that.
That's
The
why
work
I'm like,
speaks for
bro,
itself.
this young man right here, bro, you had $8 million already on the table, and you gonna go all the way out west now to a school that ain't even in them kind of, unless he's gonna elevate them and his individual talent's gonna put them over the top to where now you put UCLA in a playoff picture, bro. You just gonna be another guy.
Think about this. Once again, like I said, the passion for competitiveness isn't there no more. If it's just a single like athlete sport like boxing, of course we're gonna praise Floyd because of the money he got. He got the titles, don't get me wrong. But we also look at all the money that he made. Let's go to these team sports. Let's take the quarterback, for instance. You think that we going to give a shit or talk about you making $200 million and you don't have no championships, no NFL MVPs, no offensive player of the years, no Pro Bowls.
Right.
I'm going to bash you.
But look.
I'm glad you got your money.
What's my TV on right now? Gil's Arena.
Yeah.
I watch Gil's Arena every day, and I listen to all of them talk about, man, I don't care about no rings. I got paid.
Gil killed me with that.
That's the issue. That's why I'm just like, bro. So now we can't be like, oh, I missed the 90s. I missed this, bro. There was a whole generation of players before LeBron that you can tie it and trace this back to. That's why I hate that comment saying, man, LeBron ruined this and that. But we're going to leave it there because that was my invitation for Raymond Bruce calling you out.
Oh.
Pull up.
Pull up because you dig. I'm like, it's dope. I'm looking for the boxing match with you dig. LeBron and Stephen A. You feel me? Cut the bull jive. No lies.
Stephen A.
Stephen A. in 5, man. Stephen A. in 5. No lies, no bull jives, don't cry. Stephen A. in 5.
He done turned into the next Skip Bayless. Yeah. And I'm glad y'all said that. Like, we done for real.
Yeah.
In honor of LeBron, I got my do-rag on. What y'all feel about Isaiah Thomas?
You talking about Detroit Pistons, Isaiah Thomas?
Yes.
What did you do now?
He said, okay, LeBron was out there. LeBron was warming up with no shirt on. Yeah.
With no shirt on?
Yeah.
And he said it was, you dig. Yeah.
It's unprofessional that he's out there without a shirt on and a do-rag on in an empty arena. LeBron, it's documented that he get to the arena 5 to 6 hours before every game.
He does. That's nothing new.
I done seen this man in Miami with his shirt off, shooting and doing everything. So I'm like,
yeah, this ain't the first time.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave after this. Living rent free in people's minds is diabolical shit.
Facts.
That's why when we did the cult of the top 5 cults and this and that, and y'all say the LeBron cult, the LeBron sexuals. I'm like, bro, you gotta look at it from my lens. When I turn my TV on every day, first take, all they talk about is LeBron.
Yeah.
The show after that, all they talk about is LeBron.
Pat McAfee, yeah.
You get on social media, all you see is people bashing and talking about LeBron.
Or making LeBron songs.
So I'm like, when did we get to this point to where it don't matter what this man says or does, it's gonna be critiqued. That man was in an empty arena, not a person in sight.
Just the team. You feel me?
And
the team and the cameraman.
Look, the team wasn't even at the cheerleaders was practicing their routine on the other end. That's how empty this arena was. They're preparing for the game.
I'm not understanding how they just like that could be a topic or it just ruined your day. He's out there working at.
Oh, but he was pissed about that though.
Yeah.
He said the league should fine him.
For what?
I'm just sitting there like, bro, I'm like, come on.
For
I'm talking
what?
about a man that, bro, this guy. I mean, we talking about Isaiah Thomas, who just did what he wanted with the Pistons back then.
Choked his coach
You
out.
feel me?
Like,
You choked your coach, bro. But you weren't about a man ain't got no shirt on warming up.
But
talk to
let's
me.
be fair. He did catch a ball from Karl Malone, though. I understand why, he wanted to get to the mailman.
I mean, he does my job. He's the mailman. He delivered. He delivered him on.
Frustration out on somebody.
He delivered him on.
Maybe dude owed him about $90. I don't know. You never know, like what caused that, but still.
But that's all I wanted to bring up. That's why I got the do-rag on.
That's
Plus
weird.
my hair nappy.
That's weird though. That's just, I mean.
But his whole career has been built on how can we diminish what he's done. You've never seen this from any athlete. That's why I'm calling out Raymond Bruce. Pull up the ultimate Jordan versus LeBron debate. I want it, and I want it soon.
Is that a nickname or is that a real name, Raymond Bruce?
That's DJ.
Yeah.
Oh.
Called him by his government. Calling you by your government.
Well,
I want DJ over here.
I ain't even gonna get it. I don't get in that debate no more because it's pointless.
Is his real name Raymond Bruce?
His name is Raymond.
Didn't know that.
You learned something today.
I don't get in that debate. I stay away from that because
Raymond, man, I ain't calling you by that shit.
Mind.
Your name is Raymond, nigga.
Oh, Raymond! Wow.
I did not know that. Yeah, because we know how we are. We troll. Because I tried to stir the pot when he did that, and I put the popcorn chips up.
But honestly, and I'm putting it all on wax right now. I honestly feel like even in that aspect, everybody's trying to trigger me. We're trolling, it's social media, we having fun, cool. But that's why I'm saying I want to have the conversation because I want to hear the logic. I want to hear the logic behind it.
Of why he think Jordan is better than LeBron or just what?
At this point, because you got to think, we've been doing this podcast well before he passed Kareem.
2019?
Bron was still in Cleveland,
I
bro.
think 2018.
We was going live
on
and
live,
shit.
yeah, on 2018.
So that's what I'm saying. So if you take all of this in consideration, whether you want to count the bubble or any of that, he didn't even have the ring in Cleveland yet.
No.
So you factor in, he bought a ring to Cleveland. He brought a ring to the Lakers. He done surpassed Kareem. He done did all these things. He's in year 22. The man averaged 24 points at 40 years old. 24 points at 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about things that you've never seen ever in your life. Now, whether he's your GOAT, that's not neither here nor there. But to say that he ain't even in the conversation, what is your logic?
We always said it's who you prefer.
What is your logic?
I get what you're saying, though.
People get to arguing about damn Jordan retros and this and that. I'm like, okay, I get it. In bigger cities, whatever, Jordans are the thing. I know for a fact, at the end of LeBron's run in Cleveland and then Miami, motherfuckers was lined up and fighting for LeBron's. I was out there.
But did the nigga get killed, though?
No.
That part I don't know.
That sucks.
But guess what? But guess what?
It sucks to go there.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was like, is that
nuts, right?
Is that really what we gonna hang our hat on? No?
For a troll like DJ, yes, because I can hear him now. Did a nigga die for them Jordans? Are they wearing LeBrons in the NFL? Hell, are they wearing LeBrons as golf shoes?
So let me.
You got to think.
So,
I'm just saying.
So
you know
here's
but this ain't me.
We go. Hey.
Here's my counter.
I just look when y'all look.
We gotta say that for another
You
one.
gotta get out when y'all do this. Just let me come. I go get the Foot Locker referee shirt.
It's gonna go down. That's why DJ.
We'll discuss the rules.
I'm calling you out.
Let me know. I just want to drink in the background.
Yeah, I just won't be here.
I'm a Jordan fan, so I'm definitely going to be there. I want to hear that.
Speaking of, because you calling out all these Jordan fans, where old Chuck Reed at?
I ain't seen.
Damn, I ain't heard.
I ain't seen Brian a
Yeah.
minute neither.
Been a little high ticket.
Yeah, y'all two, boy. Y'all shit comedy.
They politicking about the J, man.
I done slow down, man. I'm trying to be a more mature adult. That's what I'm saying. People.
They pull your coat tag.
I disagree.
I'll push it for you.
Okay.
I see that look.
Yeah.
But I'm just
Because I know you nigga.
I'm just saying.
Because look, it's how petty he is. Been on this motherfucker 10 plus years. This I always call it a gym. The constructs right here. Go Big Blue. Nice Big Blue Nation Timberland. Yeah. So we be joking on the shoes.
Oh, hell.
Because he gonna call my 11s, the gray ones, talking about great white shark skin on the shoes. Hey, it was a cold one.
You remember them white, the gray 13s with the leather?
I mean, not the 11, 13s. The 13s,
top.
Yeah. Yeah, those. Because I told him, he got me, because I forgot what LeBron he had on, but I told him it was the boots Hulk Hogan had on. He slammed Andre the Giant in WrestleMania 3. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of relationship we got. But as you can see, you see that wall right there? Nothing but J's.
It's time out. Because I'm going to push the button again.
Don't push that button. Don't push
I respectfully disagree again. Because at the end of the day,
I give him a balance, though. Does get the balance.
Listen to me.
He got Bron. You know what I'm saying? I give him the balance. He got balance, and he got the Go Birds in here. You feel me?
But you got to understand. I love sneakers.
Yeah,
I've always been a sneaker person. So if you had met me in 2003, 2004, you wouldn't have never seen not one LeBron. At one point in my life, I had over 300 pair of J's.
You got any opposites in here?
I got some questions, but guess what? They the LeBron questions.
Oh,
that's why I'm trying to tell people, and we in closing, we're gonna leave it alone. What I'm saying to people is, to your average person, everybody went out, lined up for the retros, did what they did, cool, whatever. When LeBron had his run, if you didn't get them at the store that day, and if you really wanted them, motherfucker, you was having to pay almost $1,000. So I'm saying to people, I'm like, bruh, don't shit on something that you don't know nothing about and you don't understand what's going on. I get it. People say they big, they bulky, whatever. But I'm like, outside of Jordan, name another athlete that had their own signature shoe for this damn long.
Nobody.
Maybe Kobe now, but other than
Kobe's
that,
run was not like that, bro.
Kobe's run was not like that, though.
Y'all mentioned earlier that shoes wasn't selling out; they was on the shelf.
Yeah,
Kobe's was not running off the shelf.
They didn't start
running
off the
pass,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. His shit didn't come off the shelf like until he passed, bro.
We talking about like when they first came out till now.
I'm
just
talking
like
about
had a little run.
So think about it. Growing up, bro, Jordan top tier.
Yeah, he number one.
After that, Grant Hill.
Felix is cold.
Penny.
Facts. I had a pair of the blue ones in the white ones. Yeah. Had a pair.
Yeah.
Grant Hill, Penny, Barkley. I love the T-Max when they first came out.
The Tim Duncan's foam posit too, though, right?
The foams.
Yeah.
Kid had nice foams too. J Kid.
Yeah. J
Motherfuckers fell in love with the Shocks because of Vince Carter.
Yeah.
So I'm like, during that time period, bro, everything was about a big variety. I had them all because I love basketball. Then Iverson came on the scene. So then you fast forward after that, and now closest to that was LeBron, bro. Like, what are we talking about? If that's not your preference, then cool. But it's like half the shit that I put on my feet, people don't even know what I got on if you ain't a shoe person.
Yeah.
And I'm not here to brag or boast or say none of that, but I'm like,
you just speaking.
I just take the jokes, and I was like, oh, okay. You don't know no better. If you don't know no better, hey, it's just.
I mean, yeah,
it is what it is.
That's true about the shoe game, though. I mean, because outside of Jordan, I mean, you gotta say LeBron.
Yeah, space boots. Yeah.
You gotta say,
what, y'all,
you gotta say
we get ready to get off here.
I didn't even say it, but you gotta say
I give him that, bro.
You gotta say LeBron, man.
But in closing, like he said, that debate, that's gonna be a hell of one, man. I get into it with my cousins all the time on Twitter about this Jordan LeBron shit, and I don't want to go there. Say, you know what I'm saying? I give LeBron his credit. You know what I'm saying? In this era, he owns his era, and I'm gonna let him have that. Because I can't compare 90s to this era. It's hard because it's definitely changed dramatically. You know what I'm saying? You had Shaq posting up as a 7-footer versus Jokic spreading the floor with the passing game. It's just different now, man. But my guy, Jordan, Defensive Player of the Year, come on with it, man. Let's go.
That faulty ass award.
Nah, it ain't
so look, let me ask you this. Hold on, look, let me ask you this, bro.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Who was he guarding?
In 88?
Who was he guarding?
Shit. As far as the Pistons, you know what I'm saying?
Who was he guarding?
Draxler. What's that? Draxler. You got Isaiah.
No, he wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
No, he wasn't.
Who else? Who else could we
talking
say?
about at that position, you got Drexler, Dumas,
Yeah,
Reggie,
Dumas,
Reggie's second year.
Reggie.
So let me ask you this. And y'all can fact check me. You got all night to look it up and come and get back to me. Who have you ever seen Jordan shut down? Now, go back and look up the award and why they gave it to him. He was the first guard to have the most steals and the most blocks for that time period.
Yeah.
And when you look at Come Fly With Me, Michael Jordan's Playground, a lot of his blocks is he's coming on the help side, blocking shit. The one that sticks out the most is when he blocked Patrick Ewing shit, come over the top of him, blocked it, send out a man.
Yeah.
Jordan was a gambler, literally, on the court. He jumped the passing lanes. Michael Jordan was not sitting in no chair guarding nobody. Show me a highlight of Michael Jordan sitting in the chair clamping somebody up, and I'll wave my hand. I'll wave the white flag. Jordan won the Defensive Player of the Year because the motherfucker jumped the passing lanes and got a whole bunch of steals and went and dunked the ball.
Being smart.
So at the end of the day, bro, don't give me that he won a Defensive Player of the Year, because if that were the case, they would never tell Scottie Pippen to guard the number one option.
Okay.
I just look at it, you tell him to do it because, you're going to get 40, 50 out of Jordan.
My job was to do was come and shoot the fucking ball.
And I'm going to give you that because, like you said, they want him to use all that energy on offense.
I'm going to say this.
I give you that.
Say this too because they're going to counter with this shit.
Go ahead.
Who the fuck did LeBron lock up?
Whoever the fuck they put in front of him. I just watched LeBron guard AD the other night at 40. LeBron's assignment was to guard Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis finished the game with 13 points. I've watched LeBron in the playoffs guard Joker. When have you seen Jordan cross-matched up and primarily on Patrick Ewing? I've seen LeBron James in Miami with Derrick Rose cooking. Chalmers showing the fuck wasn't guarding him. LeBron go get him. Tony Parker in the finals. LeBron go get him. Kevin Durant in the finals. LeBron go get him.
Hit that button on that phone, I see.
Hit the button. So at the end of the day, at any point in LeBron's career, you tell me where I'm lying.
This ain't me saying this. This is a Jordan fan saying this.
But I'm saying to you, I can pull up everything. That's why I pulled the documentary out the other day, and we can get off here because this will be a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. Like we can do this for hours.
I'm saying to you, Bird lit his ass up. Dominique Wilkins lit his ass up. Joe Dumars lit his ass up. Rod Strickland lit his ass up. I watched Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway light his ass up. I watched Allen Iverson light his ass up.
Grant torched both of them motherfuckers, though.
Grant
was a different breed.
Guess what his favorite line was?
They better be lucky he fucked his ankle up.
The Chicago Bulls were the best team.
Yeah,
off top.
So
that's my team still to this day.
You giving a motherfucker Superman credit for the Avengers motherfucking work.
I think this, I'm going to say
the
this.
Justice League, excuse me.
I'm going to say this if we can go. The Bulls are the Bulls.
And you can't change it.
But most teams, even today, are lucky that certain players got hurt early on in their career that possibly could have derailed what they had. Let's think about what type of player. We can talk about this later on. Let's think about what type of player Penny would have been if he wouldn't have never fucked his knee up. Grant Hill if he would have never fucked his ankle up. Hell, when Grant Hill came to the league, they was talking about him taking over the league his second year.
Which is another reason why I can't wait to have this conversation with DJ, is because everybody's like, oh man, I missed the 90s. I missed the 90s. And I'm like, it was tougher than, if it was so much tougher then why did these rookies come in and make an immediate impact?
It ain't even about the toughness, man. What I just miss the competitiveness.
So I'm gonna ask this question again, and I think about what I'm asking. If the league was that tough and that physical, then why is it that a kid that's fresh out of college was able to come in and be so successful that they got all these endorsement deals, shoe deals, and everything out the gate?
Talking about Penny and Grant?
Jason Kidd, Grant Hill, Penny Hardaway, Allen Iverson. He's right there on the wall, bro.
Abo was just a different monster, though.
So I'm saying to you,
yeah,
how do you say that this era is weak and soft, but all the young, fresh talent came in and paved their own way immediately? Where now we arguing about whether or not Zion is going to be a bust, whether Andrew Wiggins is going to be a bust. What the hell is Zion going to do if you dropped him in 1995, 96?
Foul out.
Today's kids is more talented, man. It's just more skilled. You know what I'm saying? They put the work in versus what these guys was doing back then, you know, with the
if Sean Kemp could have a career, Zion could have a career, bro.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to think about the spacing difference between then and now.
I mean, you got the five is out.
You just said Zion don't have a jump shot, bro. Zion's game is around the rim. Zion would have thrived
back then.
He would have thrived, bro.
Yeah, back then, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, you can't say today's game is trash and we gonna big up the league where Oliver Miller had a career. Lord rest his soul. Bill Cartwright had a career.
Don't knock Cartwright with that ugly ass jump shot.
I'm just saying.
Don't do it, bro. You being disrespectful,
good old Bill. Good old Bill, man.
He had the gray right here. He was 22 years old. You had that ugly ass jump shot.
You had specialists back then. Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason, they were enforcers. Their job was just to play defense.
Beat you up.
And
beat you up on the defensive end. Yeah.
And that was my point when I had a conversation with somebody. I said the difference between now and then. You got specialists then. What the hell you have now?
Now you just got
hoopers.
Shooters. You got hoopers.
Shooters.
Steph Curry's.
You got a court full of hoopers, bro.
I'll take a 80. Matter of fact, that one game the Pistons and the Pacers was playing, I'll take a 69-67 game compared to a Boston Celtics shooting damn near 73-point shots at that game.
So think about it.
On my nerves,
and
bro.
we gone. Think about it, and we gone.
God,
we're saying that.
My fault, sis.
We saying that as a person that loves the game, you will sit down and tolerate a low-scoring dog fight.
Yep.
Whereas now we in the highlight era, the social media era. The NBA is a business. You trying to fill seats. You trying to bring excitement. That's why you have Caitlin Clark and them filling up the stands, because they bring excitement. The NBA is trying to figure out ways to bring excitement. Why do you think they keep changing the all-star formats and things like that? The fans are bored.
They're talking about a 4-point line, though. You heard about that?
Just to try to bring more excitement.
NBA Jam shit?
Bro, yeah. Adam Silver said this summer they're going to, this season coming up, the 4-point line is getting installed to see how it goes.
Think about your boy Mike. The excitement that he brought to the game was him dunking.
Yeah.
Flying, acrobatic moves in the air. That's what made that whole generation. Yeah. He owned the Wheaties box, the Gatorade, because of the entertainment value. Everybody can do that now, so nobody's excited by the dunk.
I don't know about that layup he did against New Jersey, though.
The one where he switched and come on the other side? That's the coldest one I've ever seen in my life. And that's me giving kudos to Mike. Yeah. We done after that, because y'all ain't finna flip me, man. I know what you're trying to do. Bro,
why would we flip you?
You said everybody can do that. I don't think nobody can do that, motherfucker.
They just switch the left hand.
Not the one where
I know which
where
one
he
you're talking
jumped.
about.
Two
Where
other
he-
people jumped, the third
Yeah.
person jumped,
He's still
and
in
by the time he
bro.
landed, they was already
They
on the
already-
ground.
Yeah,
Trust me.
And still, the free throw dunk too, or the Scotty missed, he can't do it. Yam that down, man.
So I'm so look. I wish this was earlier in the episode because this is perfect, bro. I'm telling y'all.
We'll be back, bro. We'll be back.
I ain't hating on your guy, man. Like I
Listen
told you,
to
over
no,
the
that
years,
ain't what I'm
bro,
saying.
over the years,
That ain't-
man,
that ain't what I'm
he
saying.
didn't get my respect. It ain't got nothing to do with him being a Laker. I admire his game. At first, I didn't because I told you, it's just a tunnel vision. He just played bully ball, and I didn't like that.
You got a whole generation of people that's been bamboozled by slowing down the footage. So it looked like Mike is flying. It looks so graceful. It looks so everything. I got the full length games on DVD. I pulled it out.
So
We can watch them
hold up.
every quarter, every minute, 48 minutes. We
Book.
can watch it.
So
I don't watch all of it.
because you say that shit. Here, this is gonna fuck you up. What if I told you I actually seen that New Jersey game on TV and that Lakers 91 championship game where he did the reverse?
I seen
on
all that.
TV.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
watched
say
all
y'all.
that shit.
I'm gonna say
My
y'all
pops-
old as fuck.
My
Yeah,
daddy
I'm 42.
cut the TV off when he did that layup.
That's fair. I'm not disputing that. So that's where you bring
Yeah,
value.
talking about
we old.
Yeah.
You-
2 years younger than me.
You bring value to the conversation because you was able to witness it with your own two
I
eyes.
definitely saw that
That's
shit.
why I'm saying to you, by the time I'm gonna give it 92,
Shit, I was crying when we won. I ain't gonna cap.
from 92 on, that's when my eyes was glued to it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to you, I done watched him. I done watched Iverson. Iverson was my favorite player. Michael Jordan at no point in time was my favorite player.
Yeah, the braids and everything.
Seen the pictures.
I done seen all these transitions. So I'm saying to you, if we're strictly talking basketball and the game and how it was designed, there's no way in hell that you can watch LeBron James play basketball and not say that, dog, this motherfucker runs everything on the court. The tempo, where everybody gonna be at, passing, rebounding, scoring. He's done it all where Mike only had to go take his ass down in the high post
And
so he can turn around
Yeah.
with this fucking fadeaway. The jobs are different. Mike ain't never had to hold the load that LeBron had, except for maybe his first 3 years.
Yeah, before Scotty got there.
Yeah.
Come on, DJ. I'm waiting on you. I'm gonna save some of this.
Yeah, we got
Anyways.
to. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all pulling up.
LeBron need to play 82.
That's a whole nother myth right there. Go ahead. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. I respectfully disagree podcast on YouTube and streaming services, man. We trying to get to 1,000.
Facts.
Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Anything y'all got in closing before I turn this off?
Nah.
Just look forward to the next one,
I
man.
just said
Appreciate
what I
y'all.
needed to say about the NIL deal. Like I said, it has its pros and cons. I think more cons than pros, to be honest. Because the only major pro is helping your family out.
Yeah.
That's the only major pro that we can have a little. And you don't have to hide it.
You don't have to hide that shit no more.
Appreciate y'all, fellas, man. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. I know this was a lengthy episode, but
One love, man.
appreciate everybody.
See, that's what makes the show so genuine. Because for one, it's not scripted
at all.
We come in the booth and we spit a hot 16.
Yeah.
Some come here, they fumble. I say no names. Just go check out the streams on Spotify and Apple.
Oh, did I hear fumbled Rooskies?
Oh yeah. Yeah. But that's neither here nor there. But it's just out the top of the head.
Before we go to TBT going this year, Louisville got a team. We got a team. You going this year?
I saw where Lamb.
Lamb and Liggins.
Because I know Trez signed.
I don't know who all is there yet.
I know Trez signed with Louisville. I just seen that the other day. So when is it though? Y'all just tell me when
tickets gonna sell next month.
Okay.
They start going on sale next month.
I seen games where?
Freedom Hall.
Freedom Hall.
Yeah, Louisville, because Louisville's district is theirs. There's Louisville, Kentucky. What's that? Wichita. They keep a team. You know what I'm saying? They got certain areas, but I know Kentucky and Louisville will be a
so basically Louisville,
arena.
Kentucky. Okay,
So we'll be good on that one.
We can do it.
Facts.
Good stuff, then.
Hopefully they don't fight like they did last year.
Y'all spitting on people, man.
Man, I went to that shit. That's crazy.
There you go with that y'all word again.
He said, "You got that
y'all word again,
Sore
bro.
losers.
He's speaking French.
y'all.
Stephen A. and 5, y'all. Stephen A. and 5.
Oh,
I got $5 on Stephen A.
Good stuff. We out.
Ass toasted, no competition. I'm Nico coasting. I feel so high, I feel so live. My body's in the twine. I'm Nico coasting. I feel so live, and I know why. That I can't deny. I'm Nico coasting. Giddy, fine wine, fools, malt liquor. Wish me I'm high class.